Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about a document that I've created for you that is going to help you in your work. It is the physics checklist or revision planner. How does this revision planner work? It's a PDF document. It's got 8 pages. I've already sent it to your email. You can be able to download this. What does it have? On the left hand side, you will be able to see a navigation where I've put the forms. For example, if you click form 1, you will have the topics in form 1 pop up, and it's just a summary of the main subtopics, such that, for example, let's say you are learning the topic force, like we have already learned about this particular topic force. There are several subtopics. These are the subtopics which are found in the syllabus. So what you'll do, you will print this document. Once you've printed it, you'll be able to see the various subtopics as outlined here. When you're using it, you'll go to the extreme right. When you're revising that particular subtopic, you'll be able to check the boxes against the subtopic. Like, for example, if you think you know the definition of force as either a push or a pull, you check this box here. If you can be able to describe each one of these 3 forces, cohesive force, adhesive force, and surface tension, and say what each one of them is, check here. Of course, when it comes to describing experiments on the 3 types of forces here, this being an online lecture, we cannot be able to do this, but that one's something that we'll be able to do in school. So once you've printed this document, it is in your file. Once we are back to school, you'll be able to check that box. Effects of forces, if you can be able to list the effects of a force, you'll again check here. Now, on the second box here is for you to check if you've already tested yourself. For instance, after teaching you this topic, I send you an online test just to test yourself on each one of these concepts. Once you feel that you've tested yourself sufficiently, again you go and tick those boxes. And then towards the end, when you're just about to sit for your main exam, which is the Kcse exam, in about 3 years' time, you'll be able to check the extreme box here, which says, are you exam ready? Are you ready for the exam as far as that particular topic is concerned? As far as these concepts are concerned, are you ready for the exam? So here I'll expect you to do Kcse examination type of questions for you to be able to check these boxes. As time goes by, I'll be able to avail those questions that test these specific concepts as far as Kcse exam is concerned. So I've prepared these and sent it over to your email. So make sure that if you've not registered for my online classes, you've done that so that you can be able to benefit along. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because you may have realized that these school holidays are usually very, very short nowadays. They're very short, but the material remains the same. So there is need for us to be able to leverage the time when we are on holiday. Although we are supposed to be resting, you be wise enough and do some background reading as you rest, because you can't do nothing the whole day. There is time for resting. There is time for also doing some engaging your mind. And the best way to do that is to engage your mind with the content which you have either already learned in school or you're being taught online. For example, I've opened that space so that even when we are in a holiday, I'm able to teach you. So this document here will be able to help you to organize yourself when you're on holiday as well as when you come back to school, because I'll expect you to print it out, put it in your file, and it becomes an important document as you learn the rest of the topics. I've got the intention that before we meet on Monday, because Monday is when you're coming back to school, I will have taught you this topic, pressure, because it's a topic that we are ongoing with it in school. But if you can have a head start in that particular topic, it will do you a lot of good, because you'll be able to catch up with the rest of the concepts in a very easy way. So you'll find the understanding of this concept, they are going to be much easier. If you can go ahead and read on the other topics through the online textbook, the PDF textbook, which I will send you, because not all of us have got the PDF textbook. So I'll send you that PDF, so that again, if you feel you can print it out or use it when it is in your computer. I'll also be able to send you other textbooks in PDF form, so that you're able to read many textbooks. Instead of just reading one course book, you can be able to read many of them if you can. But the most important will be the course book. So I've sent this PDF to your email. How did I get your email? Remember, you registered for this particular program. So if you are out there, you've not registered this, you've just seen this video from my YouTube channel, go right ahead, register. Once you've registered, then my system gets to capture your email, so that when I get materials, I'm able to channel them directly to your inbox, and you can be able to print them out, you can be able to take the lesson, you can be able to watch the various videos that I've prepared for each one of these topics. So that's it that I wanted to share with you this evening. Go ahead, print it out, and start checking on the various boxes. For instance, let's look at the first topics there, Introduction to Physics. This one is a topic that we have already covered very well. We have already covered measurement 1. All these concepts, do you know them? If a test was given in this concept, are you able to pass in this particular topic? That is how you test yourself. You start checking the boxes. Do I know anything about length, area, volume, mass, density, time? Do I know anything about those? Can I be able to define each one of them, or maybe work out a problem in that area? You are going to check that box. Do I know anything about SI units? Especially when it comes to basic physical quantities and derived physical quantities. Do I know what is meant by SI units? Again, you go ahead and tick those boxes. Can I be able to carry out calculations involving density, relative densities, and so forth? Can I be able to do that? If I'm given a question, can I be able to answer that? Where do you get these questions from? They come from the course book. Again, that reminds me, I've got to send you the PDF version of our course book, so that you can, if you don't have it physically with you, you can have it as a digital form in your computer. This one is going to help you to be able to read ahead, to be able to answer questions when the teacher requires that you do that. So that's it that I wanted to share with you this evening. Go right ahead. Get your parent to print this document for you. When your parent comes back from work in the evening, the first thing you should ask is if they printed this document for you, because you need that document in your file. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lecture when we look at pressure, because I've got the intention of looking at pressure before we open school. So just be on the standby. I'll send you the link for the lesson, so that we can have a real-time lesson. But don't worry, even if you're to miss that online lecture, because I will always give you a link for any recording of the lecture that I may make, so that you don't miss out. Because sometimes with internet can be a bit of a problem. So when it fails on your end or on my end, that does not mean that we won't learn. We'll have to navigate around it and be able to do some learning. However, keep on the lookout. Wait for my link where I'll be talking about pressure. And after teaching you about that, I'll expect you to go through the material. I'll expect you to answer some questions, so that you are ready for any examination as pertaining to any one of those topics. Otherwise, have a pleasant evening. Goodbye.